Welcome to another Clash of the Horns. The Rams defeat the Saints pretty easily, 27-9, in a game where Drew Brees ends up getting hurt. But why does he end up getting hurt? He gets hurt because the Saints' offensive line could not protect him. They couldn't protect Bridgewater. Even though Bridgewater, if he would have been such a bad quarterback, and he made some completions, like he's your average type quarterback, maybe have a little bit higher ceiling than that. But the fact that they could not keep him clean, could not keep Aaron Donald, Clay Matthews, Dante Fowler from getting after Teddy Bridgewater shows that the Saints didn't really have much of a chance. I mean, they could have had that touchdown that was recalled, and I even gave them credit for that. So for me, I adjusted my score to 27 to, I think it would have been 13 at the time that it happened. Okay. But still, the Rams would have won that game with Brees or without. It probably would have been a little bit closer. The Rams probably would have taken more shots in the fourth quarter or been a little bit more aggressive. Everything kind of changes. The sense of urgency is less, so the game plan's a little different once Brees is hurt. But the fact that they dominated, and I mean dominated, the fight in the offensive-defensive line battles, especially the Rams' defensive line towards the Saints' offensive line, that's what won the game. Not only that, but the secondary played fairly well. The best receiver for the Saints was Michael Thomas, but he was getting all those little, third down passes, really wasn't going for, the money shot down deep. He's not really that type of guy. He's more a possession type wide receiver. But the only times he was getting any passes was when he was in the slot position. Not when he was on the outside going against Aqib Talib, but when he was going against Slot God, who's pretty short compared to him. I think Slot God's like 5'9", and Michael Thomas has to be like 6'3", 6'2". So I consider it being like just getting whatever you can, whatever the Rams are giving you, and that's what the Saints got. The Rams' offense looked fantastic. I'm going to give credit to the offensive line. To me, they actually did better versus a more difficult defensive line than they did against the Panthers for whatever reason. But I'm guessing it's because they're taking out the rust. They're getting comfortable, especially our two rookies, Noteboom and Allen. But everyone else looked great. Unfortunately, Austin Blythe came down with an injury to his ankle, but Jamil Demby comes in and plays fairly well. So they're saying that Austin Blythe's injury really isn't going to be very serious, that he did have a muscle strain in his ankle. But other than that, he should be fine. Maybe we won't see him for the Cleveland game, but probably the next game after that. But overall, I mean, Jared Goff wasn't looking like a fantastic quarterback so far. I think he has 2 touchdowns. 1 interception, and then not only that, but then he has a 1 rushing touchdown. But he's playing well enough where he's not hurting the Rams right now. He's doing a pretty good job of just making great throws down the field. We see him throw the deep pass for the first series. Then we saw him throw intermediate and then short to Brandon Cooks, who ends up getting that touchdown. So Jared Goff's making a whole type of throws. He's many throws down the field and giving us good field position. And because of that, the Rams were able to balance out the attack, and then we also rushed the ball, ran the ball down the Saints' throats at times and got Todd Gurley a touchdown. So the Rams did a good job overall offensively. I'm going to say that the only thing that was hurting us were dumb mistakes, like dumb false starts and some passes that should have been caught, but that weren't from Brandon Cooks and my dude Robert Woods. But man, oh man, I mean, now we're gonna have competition for the slot god name, whether that's gonna be Cooper Kupp or Mikel Roby-Coleman, because slot god put some moves on the Saints defense on that 1 touchdown that he ran for like 50 yards down the field. Should have been a touchdown in my opinion. Just give him the touchdown, man. Don't be actually accurate with your call for once. Make sure to give him a touchdown, because he put a Nino stiff arm and he started juking the secondary of the Saints. It was a thing of magic. Looked like a a majestic unicorn running down the field. You know what I mean? It just looked good. It looked good. And from the stands, it looked fantastic. And I thought for some reason the Rams are going to get that called back because there's always like a block in the back or some stupid call. But no, it actually helped, and I was very excited, man. And a lot of that to me was the play of the game. Offensive MVP, we're going to have to give it to Cooper Kupp, who had about 122 yards receiving. And I think he had like 5 yards rushing the ball. And then defensive MVP. For the rookies, it's going to be Taylor Rapp. Taylor Rapp's a beast. He's going to be a monster the day that our guy, what's his name? Damn it, I'm already shooting blanks right now. Eric Weddle. When Eric Weddle retires, Taylor Rapp will take the fort, and he will play really good football. Right now, Taylor Rapp is more of a luxury that we have because we know Corey Littleton's a coverage linebacker. He's not like your run stopping, but he's good at getting, picks and getting, making plays. And he's fast enough to catch like the receiving type of running backs. But then Taylor Rapp is like that as well now, where they utilize him as a linebacker / an extra secondary player for third down conversions. And he's done a fantastic job. He stopped 3 third downs from being completed just because he's got that speed. On the field speed, and he's a secure tackler, and he can make plays on the football. So for me, he's already winning the Rams Rookie of the Year award. But if I'm going to give it to a veteran, I have to give it to Aaron Donald. I would say John Johnson would be second because of the interception and just being an overall damn beast. But the fact that Aaron Donald was able to create many holding calls, get tackled for loss. They just become a cannonball, a wrecking ball on that Saints offensive line. Really opened the doors for Clay Matthews and Dante Fowler, and even Michael Brockers, who ended up getting a sack. So the Rams look good. They look damn good. And to tell you the truth, to me, I've said this before the season even started, but this might be the most talented team the Rams have ever had in history. If it wasn't for the fearsome foursome or the greatest show on turf, I would think this would be the best overall team. And I mean overall as in almost every single position is pretty good. We know that the greatest show on turf, they had fantastic offensive line, they had a great quarterback, fantastic wide receivers, and then defensively they had some playmakers. But in this offense, we have a pretty good offensive line, some good receivers that might not hit that mark as like Hall of Fame like the other guys would, but we have like overall talent-wise on defense and offense, this is one of the most balanced and best Rams rosters the Rams have ever had, and that's me just looking back. Great, the fearsome foursome, they had fantastic defensive line and maybe a corner, and you don't really hear from those players. You know what I mean? Like you hear from Crazy Leg Hirsch and all those guys, but overall, this is to me one of the best, if not the best, roster the Rams have ever assembled in one season. Now, if they can get it done, that's one thing or another, because the Patriots look damn good right now. The Cowboys, even though they're being overhyped at the moment, they still look pretty damn good. And you never know who it might comes out, KC or Baltimore, or which team we might face in the Super Bowl, because there's going to be battles in the AFC, but it's basically going to be Kansas City, Baltimore, and the Patriots. In the NFC, there's a few teams out there, and two extra teams might be from the NFC West, because the Niners look pretty good, and then also the Seahawks look pretty damn good as well. So the Rams look better, but they look very good that we can keep a close eye towards our rivals in our own division, because I think this year is going to be, the NFC West is going to be the best division. Last year, I would give it to the NFC South, maybe AFC South, but this year it looks like it's going to be the NFC West. So make sure you guys leave a like, leave a share, leave a comment. All that shit talking the Saints were doing, all the shit talking the media was doing, and the Rams end up whooping that ass. And who said they're going to beat them Saints? The Rams. That's who was going to beat them Saints. So not really much to talk about for the passing game for the Saints. I mean, Drew Brees threw 1 interception, had 38 yards. Teddy Bridgewater had 165. yards, but no touchdowns or interceptions. And then I won't, mark Drew Brees for that INT, but the way that Eric Weddle and John Johnson ended up hitting, I think it was Cooks, right in the chest / numbers, and that ball goes out. He's not able to get the ball, and then John Johnson steals it. That was a thing of magic. That was a thing of beauty. And overall, the Rams just played good, old school, hit you in the mouth football, and it looked damn good doing it. So hopefully they can continue, and this Rams team might go back to the Super Bowl. Until next time, you guys, go Rams.
Goff throws, pass caught, Kupp. Room to run, still going. Cooper Kupp. What a touchdown for the Rams. Brilliant catch and run.
Gets the ball, he gets inside, they put the ball on him, and he's now one-on-one on the middle safety, and then no chance after that, but he's able to break some tackles and just good strong.